Well, see, the problem we face in the country is a human capital deficiency problem. That, in fact, I can tie all of the problems that we face to that. And when I'm talking about that, I'm not talking just about kids going to school and having hospitals. I'm talking about strong intentionality in making sure that we produce the kinds of things that we should produce. The reason why we have the exchange rate problems that we have today is because we're not producing. We're not as productive as we should be. Our per capita GDP has dropped now well below $2,000. That really underscores the problem right there, that we are not just being productive. The reason we're not is because we are not paying attention to human capital development the way it should be. And all of this is tied together. So I think that whatever measures that we're trying to do, we should be intentional about them. We should know exactly what we want. Then we go and try to get the resources that we want, the pillars that we want to be able to achieve those aims, and then we should have a way of measuring the return on investment. We've got to be able to be sure that the processes that we took, the resources that we employed, actually lead to the results that we want, and that it gives us a very good rate of return. And so with that, we just have to be more intentional, more purposeful, more efficient in the way we deliver these services. But again, I support the idea of a conditional cash transfer program. I don't support it for just 3 months. The countries that have done it very well, like Brazil and Mexico, I had the privilege of going to Mexico and understudying their program very well. And at that time, I had the opportunity of even advising the Mexican government that I thought that the way they were going about it was too unwieldy, and it would be difficult to continue. And lo and behold, they've had all kinds of problems administering their program. The biggest that we've had in the world, that of Brazil, the most familiar, was ended by the previous president, although the new president, Lula da Silva, is trying to revive it since he started the original one in the first place. So, because it is a good program, but the point I'm just trying to make here is that we have to really know what we're trying to achieve from it. We are not going to achieve much from it by just having a program for 3 months. That's not going to work. That would be a grievous mistake if that is the idea that we have. We gotta have an idea that this is long-term, and also it has to be tied to other stronger poverty reduction programs. Poverty eradication happens as a mopping up of a mopping up strategy. That is, you have to have industrialization. You got to be able to create jobs. The number one antidote to poverty is jobs. That is the number one antidote to poverty. Jobs. Have people work well-paying jobs. That's what gets you out of poverty. Have people have skills that they could use to work. Now, some people fall through the cracks because they're not able to get those skills, because they're not able to get into the mainstream economy right away. And for those guys, you provide a conditional cash transfer program like this. So they all have to be tied together. You got to have anchor programs in every single local government where people are getting up in the morning and going to work like all the advanced economies in the world are doing. I mean, there is no gimmick about it. So we can't, kind of play around with it. The problem is create jobs, find a way to do that. We can do it through global partnerships. We can do it through our own selves, determining that we have products that we can produce. We have things that we can produce and sell to the world. And if you're not able to sell the goods and services that the people of the world want, then